Hello guys, my name is Eric Van. I unwrapped all my presents with my bum. And welcome back to Corpse Party Book of Shadows. So in the last episode, we were blocked by this child ghost at this hallway. We want to go reunite with our friends because we were looking for Mitsuki, but we couldn't find her. We heard her voice. And now we just can't go upstairs, which sucks. So we can't make our way out. So I guess we're just gonna have to go back and see what's gonna happen when we go down these stairs. Exit! Let's hope something's here, please. That's something. Oh, what the hell was that? What had just appeared in front of me? It's a ghost. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. That's amazing. It's like the 70th time someone's first seen a ghost in this game, been like, oh my god! Well, not 70th, probably like 7th or maybe 8th or something. From the looks of it, here. Oh, this is the ghost talking. No. No, that's not the ghost talking, that's us talking to the ghost. From the looks of it, you're another victim dragged here against your will, no? Well, I'll tell you now, there's no escape from the— oh, never mind, it's the ghost talking. Jeez, I sure changed my mind a lot. Well, I'll tell you now, there's no escape from this school. There is nothing to be gained here but despair. Though if you've got an iron will, you might be able to survive for a little while at least. Here, you should have this. It'll help keep the wandering spirits at bay, though it only works once. So take it, get out of here, and fight like hell. Stay alive as long as you possibly can. That sounds good. Stay alive as long as we possibly can so we can just die some cruel, horrible death of starvation or thirst. Sounds really great. We're gonna die of dehydration or hypothermia or something terrible. Although hypothermia wouldn't be so bad because when you get cold, you lose feeling in your body. You'd be like, ah, and you go peacefully. Well, it would be painful until the point where you went peacefully. The spirit vanished, but lying on the floor below where it had been was a gemstone. Specifically a violet-colored gemstone, probably an amethyst. I probably said that wrong. So I can use that to keep the wandering spirits at bay one time, huh? I guess he meant the full body ones, or it would have kept him at bay too. Either way, with this gem, I felt like I could actually get back to my friends safely. I was as hopeful as one could expect, all things considered. Ding, ding, ding! I got the amethyst! Of course, he also said there was no escape from here. But it was my prerogative to believe what I wanted to believe and ignore what I wanted to ignore. Of course it is, and there is a way to escape. It's just, the ghost obviously died because the ghost didn't find a way to escape. That's right. I wonder if any of these people thought to do the charm again. Like, they get sucked into this world and maybe we should do the charm again. Or try to find, like, some other way to do the charm. They should have just kept on doing it. Like, whatever. They could have kept on trying different ways to do the charm, you know? And eventually they would have gotten it right. Although maybe it's not possible. Maybe if they keep on... oh yeah, if they do the charm wrong, it goes into the time loop. Or something like that. Yeah, that is what happens. Okay, let's go back to this hall. Okay, that's right. Get out of the way. It appears to be the ghost of a young way. Use the amethyst! I held the amethyst in front of me and approached the spirit. That's right. That's pretty ballsy. I mean, the ghost looks really scary, and you have no idea if this is actually going to keep a ghost at bay. I mean, a ghost tells you this is going to keep a ghost at bay. Maybe you think the ghosts are working together as a team, you know, but instead you're just like, ah! And like walk up to it and whatever, throw the amethyst at it, whatever she did. And incredibly, it actually worked. Both the ghost and the gem faded and disappeared. The stairwell is now free to be traversed. But it's been a while. I wonder what's been going on up here. Kizami's obviously gotten his hands on someone. Yeah, Emmy. Emmy does not look okay. You know what, Emmy? It looks like you just saw a ghost. Swing! What happened? Emmy's face was absolutely wrecked with tears and she was shaking her head violently. She wanted to tell me something, but the words just weren't coming. Just say it. Kizami, Kizami, Yuya, Kizami. I had a really bad feeling about this. I ran past her to the bathrooms to where Katayama was being lifted onto Yuya's shoulders when I left. Or, yeah, maybe Katayama just died or something. Why? Maybe Kizami's cover is still going on. Katayama was back on the floor, right where we'd set him down when this whole ordeal began. Why wasn't he on Yuya's shoulders? What was going on? I had an inkling, but I didn't want to believe it, so I pushed it out of my mind. Well, obviously, if everyone's still okay, except for the person who died of Katayama died of blood loss, then... Amy, don't feel guilty. You had no idea this was gonna happen, okay? What happened then? I wonder if Kizami had something to do with that. Kizami's like, okay guys, you just check the hallway over there. I'm just gonna put him on my back. Don't worry about me. Like, ah! And like tried to kill him and screamed. And Kizami was like, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. And that's exactly how Kizami looked too. He puts his hands up. He's like, wasn't me. I didn't know what else to say. A person had just died. And not some stranger, but a person I knew. A friend. It was the strangest feeling. I kept looking at him and thinking, is he really dead? Is this really what a person looks like when he dies? Seeing him like that drained every last bit of energy I had in me. I fell to my knees, thoroughly defeated. Ouch. That sucks. I really liked Katayama. I was really close to him. So close. He isn't moving. Oh, Okaya. Okaya's gonna die too then. What are we supposed to do? Well, we're supposed to slap him and say, you have a family and friends still. Okay, so your best friend died. Whatever. And your possible lover, because, you know, that could be like the whole Seiko and Naomi thing going on. They could have that going on. Although Naomi doesn't return Seiko's feelings, but maybe that's what's going on in the relationship. Emi and I couldn't stay near the body. We'd gone down to the second floor where we picked a corner and just stood there trying to recompose ourselves. Yuya elected to stay with Okawa on the third floor, I guess to try and break him from his shock and help put some distance between him and Katayama. None of this felt real, or maybe I just didn't want it to be real. It was a nightmare it had to be. I'd just sit up on my bed and it would all be over. Maybe that's what the ending of Corpse Party is gonna be like. Everyone's gonna wake up and be like, what a crazy dream that was! Oh my god! It was all just a dream, the end. It's the best ending ever. Yeah, we've probably heard that one before from someone in this game. I'm waiting for the tone of her voice to change, like, I'm trying to tell myself this is all but just a dream, but you know, me and Kizami are stuck here together, and that's kinda neat. Hehehe. And then I fell into her arms, and my head touched her breast, and I realized I kinda liked it. My energy was waning again. I sank to the ground, landing on my knees. Emmy followed my lead and put an arm around me for comfort. And then my head touched her breast, and I realized I kinda liked it. A friend had just died. He just died! God, why? There is no God here. Unless Sachiko's kinda like the god of this place, sort of. Not really, though. It's like the child ghosts are the ones that keep this together with all the negative energy and stuff. Sachiko is here, too. I guess she helps out with that kind of thing. Emmy and I looked at each other. We both heard them. Footsteps coming down the hall. It was too dark to make out who it was, but the gate was decidedly male. The two of us slowly and quietly rose to our feet, hid around the corner, and peeked out, both terrified and curious as to whom or what we might see. Kizami. When's he gonna do something, Kizami? There at the end of the hall, the figure finally came into view. It was a tallish man, unsteadily teetering as he slowly strode toward us. Or is it Yoshikazu? It was Shimada, drenched from head to toe. I should have known it was going to be Shimada. He's going to be all fucked up, though, because he went outside. Shimada! Emmy shot forward, intending to run toward him, but I grabbed her arm and held her back without even thinking about it. She turned and looked at me with a puzzled expression. Well, something's not right. If he's tripping balls, then... Oh, that's good. I'm glad they're talking about this while Shimada's like creepily lumbering towards them. She looked back at me again as she said this, staring right into my eyes in an almost disciplinary manner. As Shimada's like lumbering towards them, and they're just like, "Hey, what's up? Just looking into your eyes. It's beautiful." It was the perfect guilt stare. I couldn't help but succumb to it, feeling bad for not having filled her in about the Shimada incident. But Shimada's not right. Shimada continued his slow, wet walk down the hall, then all of a sudden, for no discernible reason, he simply fell forward, landing hard on his knees. Something was wrong with him, and while I loathed the man, I didn't want to see him suffer. Emmy and I were both poised to rush to his aid. When other figures randomly began appearing all around him, figures of children, blue and ethereal, shimmering with their own light, wow! Oh, they're really gonna have a fun time with Shimada. Okay, stop it. It's not that funny, ghosts. Yeah, I know you guys like to play, but seriously, you know, I understand you laugh. Just stop it. Huh. I wish I was as happy as those ghosts. I mean, I'm a pretty happy guy, but those ghosts, they're just laughing away. Wish I could do everyday tasks and just laugh like that. Be like, ah, I'm doing my dishes. I'm doing my laundry too. That'd be great. We could barely even see Shimada from our vantage point anymore, as his body was obscured almost completely by the backs of these ghost children. He wasn't moving though, so it didn't seem like they were doing anything to him. But then he wasn't moving at all, which seemed highly suspicious. It occurred to me that maybe we should try to save him. I inched forward. He was still in exactly the same position he had been when he fell to his knees. He literally hadn't moved at all. Literally. Was he unconscious? Emmy and I looked at one another and nodded. It was a silent signal to move forward and do whatever we could to help. The children vanished as we approached, revealing a horrific sight. Shimada's stomach had been flayed wide open. He was dead. Wow. That's crazy. I wonder, like, what they did. Like, when people try to escape, is that what happened? The children just, like, come out and drag them back or something? The knife he'd flaunted earlier was jutting from the wound. That's a pretty big fucking knife. Holy shit. How do you keep that in your pocket, Shimada? How do you keep that from the teacher's view? Is that a knife? Big knife in your pocket? Are you just happy to see me? I'm just happy to see you. My dick really is that big. Sure. It was an almost ceremonial death like that of a samurai who'd thrown himself on his sword. Wow. They're repeating each other really well. Okay, Emmy, repeat after me. Ah! Okay, just like this. Ah! Well, you said it a little wrong. It was a little bit off key. You're supposed to repeat, Toko. Come on. The children of death and despair that are acting against their own will. Just give them their tongues. That's all they want. The look on Kizami's face. Kizami's just like, yeah. So? Do you have any exciting news? Yeah, he's like, huh? What? Yuya had presumably rushed down to see what was wrong, calmly walked over to Shimada's body. He was checking for signs of respiration or pulse. He turned back to face us again a moment later, and his facial expression said it all. Shimada really was dead. Kizama was like, oh my god, I think I can really get away with murder here. This is gonna be awesome. I was beginning to lose it. I just couldn't take any more of this. My friends and acquaintances were dying one by one. I guess I should say had died. But it didn't seem like it was over, not by a long shot. Hell, it was doing more than trying. It had already succeeded twice over. I was scared, I was paranoid, I was shaking and crying and screaming inside. I was deathly afraid that something else would show up. And then it did. Kizami! Come on, Kizami, when are you gonna go oh, it's Sachiko, holy shit. It was a little girl in a red dress standing between us and the third floor staircase. Oh, shit. You guys are boned. I couldn't make out the expression on her face through her bangs, but I could literally feel the hatred in her eyes as she stared into our souls. She's gonna be banging you guys soon. And she turned around and slid up the staircase into the 3rd floor hallway. Slid up the staircase. That's creepy. Like, she's like sliding like a creepy ghost. Dinga, 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 wigga, wigga, wigga. I like the music in this game. Like, it's never like eerie music. It's just like super intense music. It's like, you're fucked. Bugga, digga, 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 digga. Oh, and then the creepy theme comes on. Like, the only creepy thing, the ding, 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 ding. Oh, game, way to just put me in my place. I was like, when's the creepy music gonna come on? It's like, ding, 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 right on cue. Oh, there we go. Boom, boom, ba-boom. Emmy was turned the other way, so she hadn't seen the girl at all. I mean, the music is great, though. It's really cool. Reminds me a little bit like Metal Gear Solid music in a way, like, where it has, like, that ambient kind of drum beat music. Ding, 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 ding. Time to be stealth. Ding, 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 ding. Anyways, focus time, okay? She eventually followed our gazes, but by that time the girl was gone. She looked confused. That particular apparition looked a lot different from the other ghosts I'd seen, but there was still no doubt in my mind she was definitely a ghost. Her and her physical body. I have a feeling Okawa's near the hang yourself bathroom. I have a bad feeling about Okawa. Emmy, she's gonna come back so terrified. Yuya's already seen. Or Yuya's probably killed them. That's what he was doing over there. He was busy killing Okawa. Oh shit. He's gonna go kill Emmy now too. Oh my god. Oh, it's definitely gonna be dangerous. Man, Kizami has been really toning his acting skills for a long time. Dangerous? Well, that is the direction the girl in the red dress went, and I guess Yuya didn't want me to be put in harm's way. I nodded and watched his back recede in the darkness as he chased after Emmy. This isn't gonna end well. I waited and waited. Pull yourself. Pull yourself, Toko. You're right, no weapon can pierce a calm heart. Really? I think even if you're calm, a weapon would pierce you. Kizami. What was going on? Why was Emmy screaming? I could hear voices now. Emmy and Okawa were having a heated argument. Okay. Well, my theory's wrong. I hate to break it to you, Okawa, but it's gonna be 2 versus 1 here. He's dead! We'll leave him and run. We'll get caught. That ghost girl must have been pursuing them. What?! Katayama's body was sprawled unceremoniously on the landing halfway up to the 3rd floor along with Okawa. At the top of the stairs stood Emmy, and in front of her Yuya with an imposing scowl on his face. I didn't understand any of this. What had just happened? Oh, Kizami probably threw him and was like, look, he's dead. Can't you see? Threw his corpse. Well, you proved a point. Emmy let out another scream and came running toward me down the stairs. Okawa then seemed as if he'd fallen and broken his arm, but he was lopsidedly crawling toward me. It was almost as if he were trying to distance himself from Yuya. See, I think, yeah, Yuya must have killed him when they were over there. I ran to the base of the stairs to meet up with Emmy. I needed some sort of context here. Emmy! But what? He was already dead. I glanced up at Yuya, but his face was shrouded in darkness. I couldn't make out any expression at all. Of course, anime hair over the face look. Oh god, shit's gonna go down now. I wonder if I could do that with my toque. Come on, shade over my eyes. Does that look badass? Can you tell what I'm thinking? I didn't think so. Okawa seemed to have reached his breaking point. He shot to his feet and took off behind me toward the second floor as fast as he could. Yuya kicked Okawa down the stairs. Why? Oh, Toko really likes him. He didn't do it. I don't think he did. I'm just gonna give him a kiss. That's gonna be okay. Slowly, he walked down to the landing. He was neither concerned nor scornful. His face was a blank slate. As soon as he reached my level, he bent down and began fiddling with Katayama's body, raising the arms, then letting them drop, wiping blood from the ears and nose, then looking at it as if studying a specimen under a microscope. Cat's out of the bag now. Oh, cat's out of the bag. What the hell? He was enjoying this. I finally got to see an emotion written clearly on his face, and it was elation? How is this not some crazy dream? Toko. She's like, why do I always choose the crazies? Except this time when she says that, she's not just talking about someone who's clingy. She's really talking about a crazy. Tears began spilling from my eyes like water. I was shocked, confused, and I don't even know what else. Okay, so what's gonna happen now? Well, if we're getting near the infirmary, then that's where the bad ending of in chapter 4 of the original corpse party we see Toko, so we could be getting to the end of the chapter here. Amy and I found ourselves standing in front of the door to the school infirmary. I forget if Toko mentions Emmy in corpse party blood-covered chapter 4. Well, you're pretty much sitting ducks everywhere. The floor is collapsed. Or no, the floor isn't collapsed. It's just we didn't want to traverse that way because Mitsuki wasn't over there. Never mind. The poor girl's frantic. I can't say I blamed her, but, well, something about this whole situation just didn't feel right to me. Toko! Toko, you're dumb. He just threw your friend's corpse down the stairs and Okawa ended up breaking his arm because of it. And yeah, you're sweet, kind Yuya. Yeah, it did. Easily, Toko. He's crazy. Or at the very least... Oh, shit. Well, that's it. At the very least, you know... she could believe Toko would be like, well, maybe a ghost is possessing him or something, because I saw a ghost, you know, and then you could try to escape from him that way. Instead, you're like, oh, whatever. With that, Emmy pushed me out of the way and ran past me toward the stairwell leading to the first floor. Oh, great. Let's split up. That's smart. And off she went. I was now separated from every one of my friends, but was I really in danger? I mean, I was, but from Yuya? That just didn't seem right. Didn't seem right. Like, I like him, and I like good boys. Or more likely, I didn't want it to be. I wanted to believe that this was all a misunderstanding. My legs were shaking and my head was swimming. I just stood there unsure of where I should go or what I should do. Yeah, with that look on his face, sure, he's normal. He's like, oh, I can't wait to do some more damage. I bet there's like just drool all over him. He's like... And then there he was, right behind me. And in his hands was Shimada's huge knife, the one that was last seen jutting from Shimada's stomach. It was still dripping with blood. That's fantastic! That's a good sign. Good job, Toko. This definitely made matters more complicated. How could I doubt Yuya's guilt when he was holding something like that? Why did he even have it? What do you think he has that he wants to kill you guys? How could he possibly bring himself to pull a knife from his friend's lifeless corpse? But I wasn't going to run. I turned around and I braced myself. I opened my mouth, intent on discussing this rationally. We're gonna discuss this rationally, guys. Kizami, you know, you kind of kicked that guy downstairs, and Okawa broke his arm, and just, you know, been fooling around with the lifeless corpse of your friends, but we're just gonna sit down and let's talk about this a little bit, okay? Like... If I ran away now, I felt like it would all be over. There would be nothing left to save, no one left to trust, but what could I possibly say to him? Oh shit, it's saving the game time. Okay, why did you do it? Are you alright? So you know what, let's just, if we're gonna try to talk about this rationally, why did you do it? We can't like come out of the ballpark just accusing people of things, so I'm gonna say, are you alright? Are you alright in the head is what I want to say. My body was still visibly shuddering, and I doubted I'd have much of a voice if I tried talking. But I just wanted this all to be a horrible mistake so badly, I knew I had to say something. I knew I had to get through to him. Maybe he was just freaking out in his own way. This whole experience had been taxing for all of us, and Yuya's only human. He must have been terrified. And maybe I could help get him through it, get him to talk about what's bothering him and feel a little better. It was worth a shot at least.
Yuya, 大丈夫?
桐崎。浦部と大川はどこだ?
どうして?
No answer. He just started muttering to himself and slowly walked right past me as if I weren't even there.
Yuya, 何するの? 何持ってるのそれ?
使えそうだ。いろいろ。
So now there can't be any question in your head, Toko.
やめて! 捨ててよ!
No, I couldn't let this go on. I grabbed him by the arm and just clung to him, putting my full weight on his body to keep him from going any farther down the hallway. He was at a crossroads about to walk down a path of no return, and I wasn't going to lose the kind, considerate Yuya had fallen for. Oh, that's so romantic! Unfortunately, the only tools I had at my disposal for stopping him were my feelings, and those just weren't going to be enough. Of course they weren't, because Yuya doesn't have any feelings, and it's not gonna work. Jesus, holy shit. Smack your bitch up! Smack! I don't even know how that song goes, but this should be Kizami's theme right now. Smack your bitch! Okay, Kizami. Stop smacking your bitch up. I hate to call Toko a bitch. She is a little dumb, but she's not a bitch. I was so startled that it took me a moment before I'd even figured out what happened. What? That was the first time in my entire life that I'd ever been punched in the head, and he put everything he had into it. Of course he did. I couldn't focus. My brain was still rattling inside my skull from the impact. Ah, the world was spinning. I looked up at him with spasmodic, twitchy, tear-filled eyes. There was no sign of remorse or compassion whatsoever. He looked like a feudal warrior, clutching his sword and staring down at his enemy. The area... Samurai Kizami! The area all around my eye was throbbing. It hurt so badly and felt so swollen and sore I couldn't even imagine what it must have looked like. And he wasn't done with me. He got in closer and closer, grinning unnaturally as he raised his fist for a second strike. Oh, Kizami, you look so sweet. Oh, the knight? No, don't kill her. And now Toko instantly regrets the moment that she decided she wanted to talk to Kizami. What? You ran away? Wow, she's pretty good. She got away. I was running on pure instinct and adrenaline at this point. I shot to my feet and just forced them to carry me to safety somewhere, anywhere. He was going to kill me. He was really going to kill me. God. I should have listened to Emmy. Guy. I like the way G-H-I-J. Guy. Or is that an L? Maybe it's an L. I felt something rattling around uncomfortably inside my mouth and spit it onto my hand. It's her tooth. That's why this is called tooth. A single white tooth with blood red highlights at its root. That maniac had actually knocked out one of my teeth. That's why it's called tooth. And I forget if they mentioned it in chapter 4 of the original Corpse Party, if she had like a tooth knocked out, but she looked like she was beaten a little bit. I mean, she was tormented when Satoshi runs across her, so... He was there, just behind me. I panicked, tripping over my own feet and stumbling to the ground on the landing between the first and second floor. I'd fallen on my backside, dropping my tooth on the ground next to me. I began slinking away from the encroaching figure of Yuya Kizami. Save me, somebody, anybody, God, please! I'm just waiting for her to call out to Yuya. Yuya, save me! Oh, wait, Yuya's trying to kill me. Oh, shit! I was scooting backwards across the floor, too stiff, sore, and scared to stand, but then my hand brushed across something small and metallic, a key! Oh, that's lucky. But Kizami is in between you and the infirmary right now. Even with my hand right over it, I was shaking so badly that I could barely work my fingers to get a grip. It was the most frustrating feeling in the world, and for a few seconds, that felt like hours. I just kept trying in vain to pick up that damned key. But we already had the ding 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 ding. Got the key thing. Finally, I slipped my finger through the ring. I had it. This was my one and only chance. Scrambling to my feet, I somehow slipped past Yuya and ran back up to the second floor as fast as I could force my shaky legs to carry me. I had the key. I could lock myself in. I could hide in the infirmary. But I thought that... What? Kizami didn't pursue, not right away. He just stood there, staring at the tooth that I dropped on the ground. Were we on the first? Jesus, I'm getting this location thing all messed up. I swear to God we were in front of the infirmary when that shit happened. Staring intently as if trying to make out what he was seeing. And then she ran to the stairs. Oh, she probably ran to, like, the third floor? I don't know. The third floor stairs, maybe. Ah! Ah! He's eating it! Ah! Oh my god! What the fuck? Oh, Kizami, that's so gross. You've done some fucked up shit. That's kind of weird, though. Kind of weird. That's so weird. That's twisted. I mean, I know you're creepy, but don't you just want to see the light in people as they're about to die to understand them better? Instead, you're like, I don't think if you eat her tooth, you're going to understand her better. You're not going to have any more empathy from eating her tooth. I like this sad music playing. Like, who are we supposed to feel sad for? The fact that Kizami's psycho? Are we supposed to feel sad because Toko can't get her tooth back? Or is it just weird? I guess it's just sad because the whole situation of, you know, their school people are dying really quickly. Or getting injured really quickly anyways. Everything's gone so horribly wrong so fast. And now Toko is doomed to forever stay in this infirmary until Satoshi comes and gets bad N4. If he gets bad N4, and if not, I bet Toko just dies in here. Too afraid to leave. There didn't seem to be any way to lock the door from the inside. I needed to find a hiding place before Yuya showed up. The corner of the room? Under the bed, maybe? I was scanning every inch of the room as quickly as possible, sizing up my surroundings. My eyes stopped on one of the medicine shelves. And those are the scissors she stabbed Satoshi with. Great. It felt like such a revelation, like the answer I was looking for, but what was I going to do with scissors? Was I going to fight? Fight who, Yuya? I wouldn't stand a chance. I decided to leave them there. I stepped back and crouched down behind the partitioning screen that was set up in the middle of the room. Yeah, scissors against a big giant knife. I don't think that would work very well. Okay, whose perspective are we seeing it from now? Black screen means different perspective. Okay. Emi and Okawa. But who are we playing as? Urabe had run back to the bathrooms to the third floor to warn Okawa about the imminent danger that was approaching. Unsurprisingly, he was still crouched on the ground, cradling Katayama's lifeless head in his arms. And he was still stubbornly insistent that if he were to leave that spot, he'd have to carry Katayama with him. Okawa! Just... Ah, stop it. What a stubborn, foolish man. I'd had enough. I decided I'd rip Katayama's body from Okawa's arms and kick it down the stairs. That's gonna help. It made one hell of a thud when it hit the landing, but he was already dead, so what did it matter? As long as it helped get Okawa moving, I didn't care. See, look, he's dead. So get your arse off that floor and run, your ass, arse. Oh, this is Kizami's point of view. Urabe was looking at me, then at Katayama's body, then back at me, as if she couldn't make up her mind which was more interesting. But why was she looking at me? Did I have something on my face? Okawa, on the other hand, was focused squarely on Katayama. He was trembling all over, but I thought he finally understood, then he turned toward me. Yelled like a madman, ran down the stairs toward his friend's body. He wasn't exactly in his right mind, however, so those last few steps didn't quite go as planned. Oh, he tripped! Quite hard next to Katayama. Kizami didn't push him. Well, that's weird. Maybe Kizami would have continued to act normal if it wasn't for you guys.
エミ、何、どうしたの？
Oh, you guys. I wasn't the one who killed Katayama.
逃げろ殺されるぞ。そうか、ここでは学校に殺されるの、俺に殺されるのも同じってことか。
So that's the situation. Oh, you fuckers! I mean, you didn't know he was crazy, but seriously, you guys, you made Kizami have a little bit of a revelation here. The revelation of how he can start killing. Oh. Way to go, Byakudan. That's the end of Tooth. Ha! Why did it say ha there? Tooth. Ha! I guess maybe that's from, like, maybe the Japanese word for tooth? I don't know. In Korean, it's ippa. Corpse Party, the credits, but it's not the last chapter. This is, like, the last chapter of the main game, but then there's Blood Drive, which is next, which leads into the next game. But let's listen to this credit music. I hope it isn't copyrighted. I don't think it is. The intro music wasn't copyrighted. Oh, Corpse Party, death and destruction. I like sometimes, like, these J-pop themes are so inappropriate for, like, these games. Although then again, I don't know the lyrics. I should translate the high school girls and boys. Guts flying everywhere. Intestines on the ceiling. And blood coming out of their mouths. Yeah. Stabbity stab, stab, stab. Right in the gut. I punched her tooth out. And it's just a crazy little party here. Corpse party. Oh, what a corpse party. Okay. Okay, I'll let you guys listen. So we're not done. There's one more chapter. Just, you know, to let you guys know that. But I don't know if it's that long. I think there's probably only one more episode of this playthrough left. Which... Oh, this is the main theme that we hear, but this is like a slowed down version of it. Alright. Just wanted to live a normal life, but then I got killed in a horrific way. He pinned me down and took my tongue out with a big pair of whatever it's called, grabby plier thing. Yeah! Big plier thing. Oh my god. Oh, I can't talk without my tongue. I should be writing these songs, seriously. Why should be my job. Should be a writer for this shit. 5PB mages to the team Grigri. Or Gris. I think Grigri sounds better. Grigri. But it might be Gris. I don't know how to say it. I don't even know anymore. It's Chapter 7, clear. Prologue Blood Drive chapter is now playable. Originally, to unlock Blood Drive, you need to play every single wrong ending. Every single ending you have to get in the game. But because I have a save file from Blood Covered, I don't have to do that. If you have a save file from Blood Covered, Blood Drive just automatically unlocks. Because they're like, go buy Blood Drive, or go buy Blood Covered, motherfuckers, and it's easier. Buy our game. Okay, well anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It was pretty cool. We got to see, like, the moment that Kizami was set off, and he realized that he could kill people. We also know what happened to Toko, which we saw in Corpse Party Blood Cover Chapter 4, in the wrong ending. And so it was an interesting chapter. It's basically when Kizami snaps. But, you know, the next chapter is going to be a little bit different, because all this stuff happens to, like, fill in the blanks of some missing information from the original Blood Covered, and also some of the time loop stuff. But a lot of it was just missing information. Like, some of it was time loop. Well, it was like 50-50. And then the next one's going to be actual, like, canon stuff that links the games together. That links Blood Covered to Blood Drive, which Blood Drive is the new one on the Vita that's only out in Japanese right now, but being translated as we speak. And I will be playing that on the channel when it comes out. I gotta buy a Vita capture card, though, which is gonna set me back a few $100s. Yay! Anyways, Liking and sharing helps me out immensely as a small YouTuber, and I'll see you in future videos on the channel. As always, guys, peace.